Alright, what we have here is the vesica Pisces. Okay, there's a circle here, and there's a circle here. Now I want to explain this is a symbol of duality. In the garden, Satan said to Eve, at the knowledge of good and evil, he said, "You will not surely die." And here's the thing. We got good and evil. Their eyes were opened. Okay? Their eyes were opened. Alright? So now we have good and evil. We have became as gods. Okay? Now that our eyes are opened and we multiply upon the earth, we are going to manifest a shaft into the earth like a phallic, and it's going to manifest all over the world. Correct? So we have a war within ourselves, and it's going to manifest all over the world. Yes, that is very, very, very correct. This phallic here, what this represents is Satan basically being in charge over earth, because he's the one who gave us the knowledge of good and evil. Therefore, we are constantly in a war within ourselves. This war, it produces a will within us, and the will is to go against the will of God. And this will of God is in vain. Therefore, it is nothing. Therefore, it has been burnt, like the end would be. Okay, it was until Jesus got here and said it was finished. This is the war in our mind, the duality, the black and white, the left wing, the right wing. It's all part of the same beast. We are a host body. Okay, we are the daughters of men, or we are the children of men, and we are the children of the devil. Okay? Unless you have been adopted as a child of God, and the only way that you can call yourself a child of God is if you are at peace in His will, knowing that Satan is merely a tool. Alright, now we're going to travel over to Rome, and I'm going to show you more awesome king snake type crap. Alright, just a couple more things I wanted to touch on real quick here. Well, that's kind of cool. There's an eclipse coming in through Lafayette Square. I don't know what that means. I'll have to check that out. Oh, National Christmas Tree. What do you know? Anyway. There's the White House. But anyway, I wanted to touch more on that subject of the duality and how Satan is our father until we receive the spirit of adoption. And yeah, it is a spirit of adoption because you need faith to believe in it. And faith is accounted on those things that be not as though they are, which in turn would really mean a will greater than ours, or the devil's, I should say. We are host bodies, okay? We are host bodies to fulfill the will of God. Some of us know that, some of us don't. Those of us who know that are actually at peace constantly. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's pretty funny when they try, or when he tries, I should say. But anyway, here's what happened. I suggest you read Ezekiel 38, or Ezekiel 28, Ezekiel 31, and Revelations 12. And I want you to look at the perspective of Revelations 12 as the after the first period in Genesis. So you go from Genesis 1 to Revelation 12, then to the second verse in Genesis. And then you will understand that we're actually angels. Because if you go to Genesis 6:4, the sons of God came into the daughters of men and bore women unto them. And if you go read the parable of the wheat and the tares are sown by the devil. I mean, guys, it's been in our face the whole time. The movies have to show it. TV shows have to show it. The geometry on earth has to show it. It's a will greater than ours, guys. We have been doing this since we are born and manifesting the dual nature of our mind onto everything there is on this earth. Because the devil deceived Eve. That's what happened. That's why bad shit happens, guys. That's the truth behind it. It's the devil. Every bad thing that has happened is the devil's fault. Why do you think he's gonna die? I mean, well, he's already dead to some of us. But that's a lot of shit to grab too. But anyway, we're gonna go over to Rome now. Show you some other things. I'm loving this Google Earth thing. I'm gonna have to check this out more. Jefferson Memorial, check that out real quick. I don't know, I find it kind of funny that these little legends, the legend key legend things, they're obelisks. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that was an obelisk. This is an obelisk right here. This long thing, it's a phallic obelisk type thing. You're going to see that a lot. Glory to God. But anyway, we're going to Rome now. Alright, so on our way to Rome, we're going to talk about how Jesus talks about the kingdom of heaven being within you, and how it says he was crucified at the place of the skull. If you rewind back a little bit, you'll see that we are obviously manifesting the dual nature of our mind, right and wrong, good and evil, all over this world. And let's take a good look at that. Okay, we're going to zoom in real quick. This is St. Peter's Basilica. Okay, it's St. Peter's Basilica. We're going to zoom in. Now, if you look closely, not only is this a cross, but you will see an eye here, an eye here, and out from here, zoom in here, there is a forked tongue. Crazy looking face right there. But it's actually the keys symbolizing the Vatican. And then we have, what is this? This is the government building. 1, 2, connected to that. We'll go ahead and just call it the Unholy Trinity. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. There it is. Perfect. God, I love it when stuff works out. Alright. Okay, so we showed you the head, forked tongue, St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. And there's the obelisk again we were talking about. Right? Remember? Okay. And now, it's a pregnant snake. Oh, this is a basilisk, by the way. It's a basilisk snake. It's called the King of Serpents. And it has a crown on its head. But anyway, I'll put the links in the description for the Wikipedia, stuff like that. And then we'll follow this, and it's actually pregnant, guys, because it's birthing the knowledge of good and evil all over the place. Guys, it's the mystery solved. It's the keyhole right there. Okay? And check this cool thing out. Spin this around real quick. Look at this. Look at this. This here, what solves our problems? Putting God's will above the serpents in the keyhole. Now let's turn it around and place it in the keyhole. Just for shits and giggles. Blam! There it is in the keyhole. You guys have solved the mystery of iniquity. Ephesians, check it out, it's good. The wicked has been revealed, and it has been defeated in Jesus' name when he said it is finished and gave up the ghost. And he was crucified at the place of the skull. And our eyes were opened to the knowledge of good and evil. And in Ephesians, I think I want to go with 2:18, maybe. Somewhere in Ephesians it talks about how he brings to peace the enmity that was in us. And in Genesis, again, it talks about how there would be enmity between the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent. The parable of the wheat and the tares. See there? There's his tail goes off into the river. And he turns into a long old serpent. All around Rome. Ain't that something? That's pretty cool stuff, guys. I mean, this stuff is everywhere. It's everywhere, guys. This is what we do. Okay? This is who we are. Alright? This is why it says that the flesh is at war against the spirit. Because the spirit is God's. And sin has been condemned to the flesh. The flesh is dead. And so is the devil. Because it's God's will that triumphed over the flesh. Think about it, okay? We're going to go back to that again. I don't know where I'm at right now. Alright, but check it out. So, Jesus, here's that snake again. We'll just put it right there for you. It's called the basilisk with the forked tongue. Into the government. Government means mind control. You break it down. Alright. Most of it's been done away with already. Alright, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about Jesus' lineage. Jesus' mother was Mary. Jesus' father was God, according to the scriptures. God with us. We cannot literally set our mind on an object with no objective qualities. God had to come in the flesh so we could put our mind on the object and give it objective qualities. Do you understand that? We can't focus on anything that does not have any objective qualities. It's not freaking possible. You can try all day, but it's not going to work. So God had to come in the flesh, okay? And when he came in the flesh, he crucified it because Mary is Jesus' mom, right? And Mary is related to David, right? By the way, this is the keys of David. Okay, this is the key of David. Jesus is the key of David. David was related to Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve's eyes were opened to iniquity. They were opened to sin. And Jesus lived his life. He specifically said, I came here not to fulfill my own will, but him who sent me. So what did Jesus do that nobody else had ever done? He knew his Father's will. He knew that he was going with his Father's will. He was going with the flow, okay? That's basically what it is. I mean, and he was at peace with it. He was at peace the whole time. Nowhere ever in the scriptures do you see him fretting about himself being in torment. If you look closely, it's always because they either didn't understand or he was trying to get them to understand. Where he was like, you know, like crying in the garden, for instance, and that stuff. But it's God's will done on earth, guys. That's what it is. And that's why he came here. And he went to the cross at Golgotha, at the place of the skull, to crucify the enmity in our minds. And to know that we are okay through our belief in him coming in the flesh and crucifying sin and showing us God's will is greater than all the vain things that we seek after. It's all fucking vain, guys. It's all going to perish. It's all going to go away. If you want to live forever, you need to surrender to that will and let it be and let it guide you. It's not going to lead you down a bad path. God takes care of us, guys. I mean, look at all this shit he's put before us for us to see. Nothing is hidden from the eyes of God, and he's willing to look after you and show you these things. If you continue to seek him and diligently seek him out with all your heart, he will show you stuff that will blow your freaking mind.